Hello everybody, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 15 of our Medieval Dynasty Season 2. Our goals for today are to get the 2 Tier 2 kitchens built, so that we can actually feed our people, and then we're going to head over to Hornica and see about those 3 quests that we saw down there. We might try to get some hunting in on the way back, and then we're going to work on building some houses to get the people out of those daub overflow houses, so that we can get them into some stone houses for higher happiness. Anything else, we'll just see where the game takes us. But if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. Alrighty, here we go. So we're actually at sundown. It is a perfect time to upgrade the kitchens because we don't have to worry about them not producing while we're doing said upgrades. So we're going to go ahead and jump straight into that. That is a smithy psych. That is not going to help us. That will, though. Alright, we should have plenty of logs for this now. We gave them plenty of time to cycle through. Yeah, we have like 300 logs. We should be fine. So let's take like 38 of them and see how far that gets us. And maybe a weight potion. But that's alright. We've got the planks to spare. It's not, or the logs to spare. It's not really going to be an issue. Hey, Stesso. How's things, man? I completely forgot that today was Saturday because Monday was a holiday in the U.S. So I spent most of today thinking it was Friday and was mildly surprised to find out it is not. So that's exciting. This one was not scienced or mathed out at all. It was just kind of random. Is that... Okay, so that's the kitchen done. So our first kitchen... Production... Kitchen... We want producers. So we want Gerarda. And we want... Nope, that's a 2. That's not going to work for us. That's a 3. That'll do. We'll put him in there too. And then our other kitchen, we are going to go with Scarbamira. Nope. Nope, she's an extractor. Extractor and an extractor. Oh, do we not have 2 more? We have 1 more. Are we missing one? I think we are missing a male producer. That doesn't seem right, though. I thought that we were good. Everybody is on evens, so I don't understand where our other producer went. Do we have any production buildings that only take 1 person? Oh, we got one in the workshop that we can pull out. Who's that? Harold. So let's put Harold in here. That's right, we threw Harold in there just as a filler until we got the kitchen upgraded. That's what's going on. I completely forgot about that. Okay, so as far as potage goes, we need 750 divided by 30 is 25 total crafts per day. And we have, there's 13.26 and 13.88. Which puts us at 27.14. And since we needed 26, or 25, I think. I already forgot. 750 divided by 30. 25. So since we need 25, and we've got 27, 28, something like that, we're in good shape. They're going to make a couple of extra, and we're just not going to sweat it. We're just going to go with it. But our logs are starting to get a little bit out of hand. We want to keep at least 70 on hand because we are going to need those for planks, psych. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, we need to keep some logs on hand for houses. So maybe we'll just hold on to what we have and take these planks and be happy with that for now. Now this is going to be a fairly long ride to Hornica, so I'm hoping that by the time we get there, the sun will be coming up. And I did not grab any water or food. Well, we have food on us, but I didn't get a drink before we left. That was foolish. Well, there's water along the way. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's see if we can find those piggies while we're up here. Yes, we can. And now we have a bunch of meat that we don't need, but we also got a bunch of leather, which is good. And here we are passing through where our village in Season 1 was. It's weird not having a row of houses right here, but, yeah. I think he's up here. I wonder if he's guarding that other cave up here. Because there's a cave right there. I heard him, but I didn't see him. We'll have to keep sprinting just in case he tries to follow us. That totally looked like a person. I thought we were going to have bandit problems on top of everything else. Okay, so we want to take the left branch. Wait, is there another water source up there? There is. There's a stream right there. So let's take the right branch, actually. Somebody had a camp here. Bronze axe, wine bottle, mead bottle, and some junk. Well, you know what? I wasn't gonna hunt anymore, but if he's just gonna stand there and taunt us, then I'm gonna shoot him and take him. I've never been particularly good at ultimatums or taunting. I have a tendency to do exactly the opposite of what they're trying to get me to do. Yeah, poor guy, but, I mean, he's not going to go to waste. Area. I got into an argument with his wife. Nope, that one doesn't give us anything. We're not doing his quest.
Hello there.
Can I help you with something? You lost your bow. Nope, that one doesn't give us anything. Where's our third one? This way? That's you. I think it's this guy with the torch. Well, he also happens to be a vendor, so we should probably hit that up as well.
How are you?
No, we already did talk to him. So who's the third? This way? Come on.
It's nice to meet you.
Dangerous animals is also not going to give us any tech points. So we are not doing any of these 3 quests. So at this point, it has just become a sales round. Alright, well that was relatively anticlimactic. There wasn't really anything worthy of note down here. And I think all of our people are now doubled up in houses? Yeah, it looks that way. So I think at this point we're just going to head home and work on getting them out of the overflow houses and into some stone houses. So that'll also give us some building experience, which will hopefully get us a little bit closer to the mine. We're still a ways away from the mine though. We did get the kitchen too. Oh right, we can actually make the flatbread. Oh my god, I should have made the flatbread before we left. That would have been some money. That was foolish. That was very foolish. Alright. Let's go see what we can get out of our, out of all that flour that we've been stockpiling. Because that's going to give us quite a bit of money. Actually, it might actually be smarter to wait until, fall to craft all of that. Because if we do it now, we've already cleaned out almost all of the villages. Like, the only village that we haven't completely cleaned out is Hornica and Jezrika. Or Jezrika. The others we've cleaned out. So if we crafted it, then it would have a whole season's worth of degradation, which is not going to be good, because that's going to lower the price on us. Whereas if we wait and craft it on the morrow, it will not have the degradation and we will get full price for it. Okay, house 2-3, point west. Line up our walkway here. There we go. So that'll give us our first house. So there's no way in hell we're going to be able to do more than one of these at a time. Donkey can't move if we pull out enough materials for even a full house. So we're going to have to do one at a time. The easiest way that I've found to do it with Donkey the way that he is right now is to take everything except for the logs for the planks on top. Put the sticks back. We need to put these logs away. So we need to take 38 logs. And 108 stone. And that will not finish the roof. We're going to need to grab an additional 40 logs to finish the roof. But he can't move if we have all of that on us at once. So that's why I do the planks last. And then this part's a little iffy. We have to get off, build the foundation, and then get back on and go inside. Because it's easier to hit stuff from inside. You don't have to go around as much. So that's why I tend to do it this way. Alright, so we got stone wall. Stone wall. Stone window. Keep your head down, Donkey. We've been over this, buddy. Actually, I don't think this one's been clobbered with a hammer yet. Yet being the operative word. I had it and then I jerked the mouse. You know the worst part when things like that happen is they're mildly frustrating, but the part that really is annoying is you don't even have anybody to blame but yourself. Like, you can't even say stupid game or anything like that because you did it yourself. That's probably the worst part about mistakes like that. Speaking of stupid mistakes, I just made another one. I completely forgot to turn these logs into planks. Alrighty. And our hammer's gonna bust. But we had a spare, so it's not a big deal. The hammers go a lot further with the instant building stuff on. Now, we do need to find our farmers and put them in the houses along this side. That is something that we need to do. Because we want them closer to the fields. And I think... thought I was going to sneeze. I think 2 of our farmers are way, way down there. Possibly, like, all the way down there. Now, I think trying to figure out how to get these to line up is going to be a little bit of a problem. So we're going to have to be a little bit creative here. And I think we're actually going to use farm plots again to help us out. But a little bit differently than last time. This time we're not using them to count spaces. We're going to use them to make a straight line. Unfortunately means that we have to clear out some of these trees over here. At least enough to get a farm plot through. So we're going to use these to try and give ourselves a straight line. Okay. That's not enough. Oh. We're just gonna punch stumps. Okay, so how do I want this? How far apart do we want these? Let's say one, maybe two more. Yeah, one, maybe two more. So let's destroy this guy and start again with farming and plots. So you can see kind of the discoloration where this corner ends. So that's what we're running it from. And this is going to give us a straight line so that we know that our houses are even. So a lot of these stumps are going to have to come out because they are going to be in the way of the housing section. Now the real question is, how far apart do we want these houses? So I want there to be a walkway, but I don't want it to be massive. I don't want to waste all of our space. So let's see, so we're going to be facing completely east this time. We're going to back up. So this is where the other house is. I'm going to say like that. How's that look for a walk? Yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable for a city street. I like it. We'll go with it. Okay, so that is going to be a little tight where the one building sticks out a little bit. I'm hoping that it's, oh, I can't move. That was stupid. So it's going to be more or less there. Yeah, there should still be a walkway. It's just going to be a little tight between those two buildings where that one is sticking out because of our material storage. Alrighty. Now the other people moving into these houses don't matter nearly as much. At this point, it's all about happiness and who needs the most. So let's go back to our houses here, and we will see these simple houses. That's us. How are you guys doing? You're at 29 and 29. You're at 6 and 6. You're at 6 and 6. And you're at 16 and 16. Those are cooks. And that's a hunter and a lumberjack. You know what? Let's take the hunter and the lumberjack. So Kunagunda and Lodomir. Okay. At this point, I feel like as quick as we can throw up houses, we can probably take down some of those overflow houses, if not all of those particular overflow houses. We can always build the one that we were saving for our air up as an overflow house. But for now, we're getting ready to get access to the trading stalls. So it would be nice to have that space cleared up to put them there. Line like we normally do. Are there going to be any stumps in the way? It looks like there's one stump that we have to pull, and then this tree right here. And then we should be good. Donkey! 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 Get out the way! Oh, that was close! Oh my god! Donkey almost took a tree to the face. Whew. Near miss. You're going to be in the way, aren't you? Yeah, well, I moved him right square into the way of our next project. But at least he didn't take a tree to the face. I'm not a terrible donkey owner this game. So far, he has not been hit by a hammer, nor has he had a tree dropped on his head. So we are moving on up. Although I'm less attached to this donkey than I was our first one because we haven't been through shit together because I've been careful. That other donkey, man, he and I went through some shit. Alright, did you manage to finish off the field, bud? Yeah, you guys are still at work and the field's done? Wrong field. Yes. Yes, they did. We got our 2 fields of cabbage. And I will help them harvest this, but it's not as imperative as the flax was. So I am not going to unassign anybody. What they pick, they pick. We'll just pick some too. So hopefully, I don't think that's going to give us quite enough logs, but at least that'll get us a little bit further. Because we do still have some planks in there from them making planks. So we'll take those as well. I mean, realistically, we shouldn't have been able to get this many houses out this easily anyway. This is just because we let those materials pile up while we were doing other stuff, which was the whole idea. I was trying to do other stuff specifically so they would pile up and we could actually make stuff. Because there for a while we were scrambling so hard for materials it wasn't even funny. Okay. So out of the 2 remaining houses, we've got 16s and 29s. So the 16s win it. Falamir and Wazbora? Zabora? I don't know how to say that. Falamir and Zabora, I guess we're gonna say. So we can get rid of these terrible waddle bullcrap stuff. So there's no sense in paying taxes on these at the season change if we're not we don't have anybody in them. And I realized that we were still paying taxes for the house that I didn't finish building, but it's also not taking durability damage. And we are going to finish it here soonish. After we get everybody into the bigger houses, we will finish it and use it as the overflow until we have our air. But I think at this point we're accruing materials fast enough that we can continue to keep up with building houses for people as we need them. And that's going to save us a lot of time. Alright. I would love to start on the next one, but if I put it down, we'll get charged taxes for it at the end of the day. And there's no way that we're going to have it completely built by the time midnight hits. What time is it? Yeah, it's 23:30 in-game. It's not going to be but a few more minutes before we get yanked back, so we're just going to go ahead and go to bed ourselves. There we go. Oh, I apparently slept in the bed over there, so that's fun.
How are you?
Oh, she has a quest for us. It's going to be perfectly honest with you. I was sure that women were generally exaggerating the troubles of pregnancy. What do you mean? A lot of things, but in this particular moment, cravings. I've heard about those. Do you have anything specific in mind? I could help. Well, all night I've been dreaming about how delicious bare bone marrow wine must... What the shit? Bare bone marrow wine. So I might just be beyond help, but there is something a little more down to earth that I've had in mind, and that is... Thought about a peculiar recipe for a soup. One soup to rule them all. Hey, this is where we're going to get the guy for, Oh, never mind. I have a list for you. I'll need berries, apples, pears, cherries, plums. Okay, I've got it. Cabbages, carrots, beetroots, and what the heck? Let's throw in some hops for good... What the shit? I'm not even going to comment on that. I'll get what you wish for. That's, I thought that we were going to get the fisherman guy, and I was mistaken. Instead, we have to get a little bit of freaking everything for our wife. Oh my god, she wants huge amounts of these things, too. 30 berries, 20 cherries, 10 plums. We can't even get berries right now because it's not summer anymore. Oh, man. Well, we're going to have to hit up at least one farmer, probably two, for the amounts that she's after. And quite possibly a, oh, what you call them? Herbalist as well, for the berries. Sweet. Farming level means stuff for our mounts. So that's faster riding. So the riding speed is now capped. So our next points will go into mounts carry weight, and then we will finish off with 2 points in skilled orchardman. And then we should be out of points. And what did we unlock tech-wise? Was it a farming thing? Yay! We unlocked the stable! I didn't realize we were that close to it. Oh, we're about to upgrade to horses. That is going to be big. The one thing that we do need to do, I want to make around 10 buckets, which is going to be about 10 logs. And that's fine. It looks like we still have enough material left for the last house as well. They've already collected enough lumber for that. So that's good news. And this is going to take more than one back and forth between the oven and the well. But, ooh, extraction level. Careful miner. There we go. We now get maximum amount out of the mine, an extra 50%. So at this point, I think we're going to worry about durability. We're not going to worry about speed, and we're not going to worry about stamina consumption, even though stamina consumption is a problem. I would much rather have the slower degradation on pickaxes and shovels. Alright, so if you try to free up this workstation, he will take forever. So the easiest way to get him out of there is to actually ask him to move, and it will instantly stop what he's doing. In most of the places, like the wood chopping place and whatnot, it doesn't matter as much. But here in particular, and you can see this is going to take 11 seconds. So you can see why doing this 1,000 times was kind of ridiculous after streams. And it's not even like you could fire and forget for a whole stack of 1,000, because you have to run back and forth to fill up your water bucket too. Yeah, when they're on the oven, if you ask them to, or if you try to free up workstation, they cycle through to the end of the animation, which means that they put the slider back into the oven, scoop, and pull out. So you wind up sitting there for probably a good 5 seconds waiting for the animation to finish. Whereas if you just ask them to move, it's instantaneous. And in a lot of the places, like the barn, the wood chopping area, whatnot, the tailoring hut, it doesn't take so long that it's not really a problem. But in the kitchen, in particular on the oven, it is a problem. We're probably going to have to visit more than one village to get her all of the stuff that she wants for her pregnancy cravings. But I don't think that's going to be overly problematic because of just how much we've got to sell. So let's see, flatbread, we have 210 and they sell for 80 apiece. So that's going to go a ways. Let's drink the last out of that bucket, because they won't fill a bucket with only one in it. And we actually need to take that other partially filled bucket out, the one that's 9 out of 10. Because they can't fill a bucket that's not at 0, and they won't drink out of a bucket that's not over here in food storage. And this other bucket I think I'm going to fill and keep with us for those times when my dumbass forgets to get something to drink before we leave the village, just so that we have water on us. We could probably get away with a water skin, actually. Can we handicraft a water skin? No. Is it in here that you do water skin? Miscellaneous? Water skin. Okay, so we don't actually need the recipe for it. But we don't have the linen thread for it right now, which is fine. Again. So we're still almost to 55 grand. Now we do need to make it a point to go down to Hornica this time. And I would like to get... Actually, we should probably build that before we leave. I really want to get our stable up so that we can buy horses while we're down there. Because as much as I love donkey... Of course. I don't know that this... Oh, it will fit! Okay. So we've got it to the south. We've got... How far over can we go here? Okay. Okay. So let's do like halfway in between. So that midpoint and that midpoint. So I think that's going to be more or less halfway in between. And then all the way back. And I realize that if anything's on the back end of that, they're not going to be able to get in. But I don't really care. Because it's going to keep the horses in here with these guys. Now, we're not going to be able to build that with him chilling there. So we will probably go to Hornica last. Or at least try to hit there at... We'll try to build this at nighttime. So I think that'll be the plan there. Because once that pig goes inside, we'll be able to build it just fine. And we could always punch him and get him to move, but they're all going to scramble, which means a bunch of those ones over there are probably going to wind up over here. So it's not really worth the effort. And we should grab this extra manure while it's here. Well. Yeah, we're going to make quite a bit of money on this trip. But that trip is going to wait for tomorrow, because it is about that time, guys. So tomorrow we're going to go on a big sail trip and get the stuff that our wife wants. We'll probably start in Danica, go to Lesnica, and up and around. We will work on building the stable before we make our way down to Hornica, but we will be getting horses tomorrow, so that's exciting. But if you guys learned anything useful today, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like, and if you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.